Hello and welcome. It's PE Philly. Today's session we're going to be talking about classifications of the joints and movements at the joints. Now let's start looking at the joints in depth. The first one we have here is called a pivot joint, which is located at your neck. And here we have ball and socket. Ball and socket located at your shoulders, which is also known as a freely movable joint. You also get a ball and socket joint at your hips. And now let's look at a hinge joint, which is located at the arms. Then we have condyloid, located at the wrists. Again here we have a hinge joint at the ankle. Let's move on to the next part of sporting examples of these joints that have just been explained. So as you can see here, this is a ball and socket joint. I'm using a ball and socket joint in order to throw a ball towards a wicket. Great shot. Absolute great shot. And now let's look at a hinge joint during a sporting example. As you can see here, as the player's jumping up and he's using his arms to extend forward in order to throw the basketball in the hoop. And now let's look at movements at the joints. First, let's look at flexion. Flexion is a term given when the angle at the joint decreases. And extension is the term given when the angle at the joint increases. And now let's look at plantar flexion. Plantar flexion occurs at the ankle joint. This movement happens when your feet points downwards towards the floor. And here we have dorsiflexion, which occurs at your ankle. This movement normally makes sure that your feet goes upwards towards your shin to increase the angle at the joint. And now let's look at abduction. Abduction is the movement at the limb away from the middle of the body. And adduction is the movement of the limb towards the middle of the body. And a typical type of exercise that represents this is star jumps or jumping jacks. And there you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. I appreciate all your time and taking your time to watch all these videos for your revision. Stay tuned for the next video.